Anybody's guess as to who will get promoted out of the Championship, as 4 points separate first from 8th. Who's going to go up? Who's going to go down? We'll take a little look next. That's right, folks, back once again with another prediction show today. We're taking a look at match number 17 out of the Championship, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new to the channel, smash the subscribe button. You're bang out today with all things Blackburn Rovers related, Championship related. Whoa, football related. We got it all here under Roverseas. That's right, of course, Rovers grabbing a lastminute.com equaliser with 10 men against fellow playoff chasers Brentford just on the weekend, as just 2 of the teams that are still in the discussion to try and get themselves into the playoffs and beyond. But of course, we'll take a look at that in just a second. I want to make a big shout out, of course, to the Patreon gang. You know who you are. Support the channel behind the scenes. Give yourselves a pat on the back for supporting the channel. I do appreciate the support, guys. We're trying to get up to 25 patrons wise, up to 24, 21 at the moment as of the latest look. So if you're interested to become the latest member of the gang, check out the link down below, patreon.com/Roverseas. I'm trying to get the perks and privileges ready. I keep saying that, but guess what? It is quite busy, quite manic, trying to keep up to date with all the games going on, and of course other bits and pieces around in my life at the moment. It's quite hectic. So if you are interested, check those links down below. And of course, if you want to check something else out, the links that do help me in a way, they are of course my Twitter, my Twitch, my Facebook. If you can go over there and check those out as well. It's exclusive content coming on Twitch in 2021. We've got all sorts of weird stuff going on there. A lot of other prediction shows perhaps that will just be Twitch and Twitch alone. So make sure you check those bad boys out. Anyway, of course, let's get into it and take a little look at how we all got on last time out. Of course, the games that took place on the 4th and the 5th of September. Let's take a look at it. Of course, that's criteria not for you. Straight face 5-9. Straight face scored 10 plus. Forget about it. No one's there. Kicked all off on Friday night. It was Bournemouth up against Barnsley in the Battle of the Bees, Part 1. It was Philip Billing on the score sheet, Dominic Solanke, Diego Rico and Sam Surridge to put Barnsley 4-0 up. Actually went with a 1-1 draw. My picks are on the right, but the real deal's on the left. That win puts Bournemouth into second spot. It puts Barnsley back into mid-table, of course. Reading, though, they came on top as well with a 2-0 win over Nottingham Forest. I actually went with a draw on this one. Reading looking back to business, of course, just 1 point off the top spot. Lucas Jow on the score sheet from the penalty spot. Michael Morrison as well. Ryan Yates, of course, made it a little bit easier for Reading, getting himself sent off 15th minute on the mark there. Forest still in the relegation discussion, just 4 points off the bottom, and that's Sheffield Wednesday, who had, of course, had that points deduction. If they didn't have that points deduction, Wednesday would be up to... still be probably in the relegation discussion, I think. But anyway, regardless of that, of course, I'm wrong. Bristol City, though, took on Birmingham in the Battle of the Bees Part 2, and they lost 1-0 on the day for Birmingham City, of course, heading into this bad boy. We'll have exclusive. I'll tell you about that in a minute. Harley Dean on the score sheet for Birmingham with a 1-0 win, 80th minute. Gives Birmingham a big old, much-needed win as well to move up to 16th in the table. Bristol City out of the top 6 at the moment. Kicking off for the Coventry against Rotherham. Actually went with a 1-0 for Birmingham. So I went with the 2-1 for Bristol City, sorry. Coventry against Rotherham ended up as a 1-0 win for Coventry. Is that right? No, 3-1 win for Coventry. My picks are on the right. Sort that out. 3-1 win in the end for Coventry City. Goals galore. Maxime Bayomu, Tyler Walker and Leo Ostegard on score sheet for Coventry. Daniel Barlassar on score sheet for Rotherham late on to give Rotherham something to shout about, but ultimately too little too late. I actually went with the 1-0, so not too bad on that one. Of course, the game of the week that was at the Brentford Community Stadium, it was a 2-2 result, and I got it bang on the bloody nose, lads. Bang on the bloody nose as Rovers. You know what? A little bit hard done by on this one. They started off the game in tip-top form, and they could have probably won this quite comfortably 3-1, or I would have reckoned if it was 11 against 11. Joe Rothwell opened up the scoring on the 18th minute before Darrell Lennon got himself sent off, and then Ivan Toney converted the resulting penalty. Sergio Canos gave Brentford the 61st minute lead, and looked like they put the 3 points in the bag. But late, Jacob Davenport up steps he pops with a big fat equaliser to give Rovers a share of the spoils, and I think that was just desserts for me. Of course, not too shabby as well. Of course, Wayne Rooney FC, they did beat Millwall on the road, 1-0 win. Derby, Jason Knight on the score sheet. Actually, with the 1-0 going the other way, so shame on me. Watford against Cardiff ended up as a 2-0 win. 1-0 win, sorry, for Cardiff, 2-0 for me. Cardiff getting back to winning ways, of course. Goal scorer Kiefer Moore again, scoring goals when he wants. So Huddersfield Town, they did beat QPR. Actually went with a 1-0 win myself. 2-0 was the final score. Huddersfield also starting to click in the top gear as well. Josh Caroma, Harry Toffolo as Huddersfield moving to the top, just outside the top half at the moment. Norwich, of course, the leaders as it stands, 31 points on the board. They did leave it late. 2-1 win over Sheffield Wednesday. I actually remember the draw myself, and it was close to that as Norwich tried to maintain their promotion ambitions. Josh Martin late equalised on the 81st minute. Max Aaron's given the winner. Josh Windass opened up the scoring for Sheffield Wednesday on the 60th minute. So unlucky for Pulis' boys, but they're still in a bit of trouble there. North End, though, again, they blew their lines as well. 2-2 in the end against strugglers Wycombe. Good result that for Wycombe as they're starting to click into at least second or third gear. Tom Barkhosen opened up the scoring for Preston. Gareth McCleary and Scott Kishalt getting the goal for Wycombe before Jason McCarthy, big for OG, giving them shares of the spoils. Wycombe are still in the drop zone, but guess what? They're grinding out results. Just one defeat the past 5 for them, and that was and the rest have been draws though. So yeah, 2-2 and the final score actually went with the 2-0 for North End, but shame on them. Stoke City though, they won against Middlesbrough 1-0. Of course, Warnock's boys had a bit of a blip right now. They're hot and cold. That's what we can say about them. They lost to Stoke 1-0 on the day at the Bet365. Nathan Collins on the 19th minute to give Stoke the belief that they could actually be in this. 3 points from top. That's how close it is. I go on with a 1-1 draw. And Swansea City did beat Luton Town 2-0. Got that one bang on the bloody nose. Swansea, of course, in top 4 as well. Just one defeat past 5 for them. Goal scorers on the day for Swansea. They were Connor Robertson scoring, Andre Ayew as well. Matty Pearson got himself sent off to make things a little bit easier for Swansea. And that, my friends, is what I picked. Of course, we'll take a look at yours in a minute. Of course, the table looks like this. Norwich lead the charge 1 point over Bournemouth, who are level on points with Reading, who are 1 point clear of Swansea, who are 1 point clear of Stoke, who are 1 point clear of Brentford, and the chasing pack of Watford and Bristol City. Rovers, though, sneaking in there. Of course, a win for them. They could go as high as 5th against Bristol City this midweek. Of course, Forest Wednesday, Wycombe and Derby going down. On paper, realistically, Sheffield Wednesday are in there, to be honest with you, on the grand scheme of things. That's the table right now. Of course, let's take a look at your predictions. Of course, last time around, I got myself, what did I get? 4, which is in the shit-faced gang. 5 to 9 straight-faced score. 10 plus. You're in the top bins, lads. Top bins. I don't think there's anybody there anywhere close. Anyway, Roberto Hollis, not too bad. But a guy named Bob did poop. Nathan Eve also did shocking, just like this guy. Olaji Ojo. Oh, he's a patron. Of course, he did okay. I believe he's a patron. We'll have to check on it on the old roll call. But he did all right. We'll give you a count. Well, Simples 1996 did okay. Shepherd also did very, very well. Well done, brother. Mr. Norwich also did bits. David Keeley did shit. Period, aka full stop, not too shabby. Cody Ho also did very, very well. Well done, brother. Shane O'Donnell, not too shabby as well. Well done to you, sir. Vincent Hong in the corner. He did shocking. It's okay. Janet Buster did poop. I'll give you half a clap for that. Damien Heaven, not too shabby either. Mitchell Shoney, not too bad as well. Well done, brother. Mikkel Mini Arcade did poop. Wheelkey BR shocking. Nafo 334. Well, I did okay. Ultra Murat, an absolute stinker. Il Bichadella Coffin Dance did absolutely poop. Omar Esquivel also did shocking, but you're okay, brother. Dennis Canali, not too shabby. Alex Weller did poop. Lee's 2020 also did very, very well indeed. Tom Stainer did poop. Okay, he's okay. Joachim Jakobsen also did very, very well. Well done indeed. Russell Frost, shocking, but it's okay. We still love you. Geffen Tasker did bits. Elgin Cow, shocking for you as well. Jacob Loring also did poop. And Gaming Charlie did okay. Those are your picks and there's your ratings in that regard. But who is your kingpin this week? Let's take a look at it. Elgin Cow, close your eyes. Ultra Mirror, close your bloody eyes. Open your eyes, Shepherd, though. Open your eyes, Natho. But open your eyes, Cody Cahoe. 9 out of 12. Well done. Just one shy of getting into the top face gang or bin, whatever you want to call it. So tip top for him. Gaming Charlie, Joachim Jakobsen. Okay, and Robert Hoss, not too far away either. But what does that do in the overall grand scheme of things out in the overall leaderboard? Close your eyes. The people at the bottom of there, of course, still plenty of time to get yourselves up into the top 10 as Joachim Jakobsen and Shane O'Donnell are 42% success rate. I think Joachim Jakobsen has a higher overall percentage. We're talking lower numbers like 42.6 compared to 42.4. So it's that close between those two, but there is an outright leader right here, right now. Cody Cahoe, though, is in third spot, not too far away either, as is Game Charlie. Okay, and Russell Frost in the top 5. Then Roberto Hollis, Vincent Horn, Alex Wells, Ash Keneally in the top 10. Still plenty of time. I believe some of you guys must have had weekends off, according to the grand scheme of things there. So still plenty of time to get into it. Of course, a double match week this week could get you into it quick time. Let's get into it. Of course, take a little look at the next round of matches. It is Coventry up against Luton Town. That's on Tuesday night on the 8th of December. Of course, played each other in the past 52 times, 29 wins for Coventry, 15 wins for Luton, and 8 bloody draws. The last 6 is 2 wins apiece and 2 bloody draws. Last time out was at Kenilworth Road. It was back in February 2019. It was a 1-1 draw back in the day. Of course, last time played each other when Coventry were the hosts was a 2-1 win for Luton, and the Matty Pearson scoring James Collins as well. Johnson Clark-Harris in a 2-1 win for Luton. You've got to go all the way back to 2017 for Coventry's last victory over Luton Town. That was in League 2. Goodness gracious me. Heading into this, Coventry actually undefeated in the last 5 matches in the Championship. They come to this winning 2 of the past 5. On the flip side, just 1 win in the past 6 for Luton. That was against Norwich, of course. Heading into this, quick look at the situation out in the bookies. I'll give you the odds on this one. Coventry are 5-4 for the victory. 23-10 is your draw. 23-10 is also your away win. That is Luton Town. Luton Town coming to this in 12th for the win for them. They could actually go as high as 9th. Coventry coming to this in 19th for the win for them. They could go as high as 14th in the bloody league on this one. I've gone with Coventry to nick it. 2-1 win, 2-0 win. To put the W in their column. Next, of course, we have Millwall up against QP. Bloody are also on Tuesday night. Played each other 34 times in the past. 9 wins for Millwall, 12 for QPR. 13 bloody draws. The last 6, he's 1 win for Millwall, 3 for QPR, and 2 bloody draws. Last time out was at Lost of Throws back in July 2020 in lockdown. 7-goal thriller. QPR were the victorious with Conor Masterton, Ryan Manning, Iberiche Eze and Todd Kane on score sheet for QPR, with Matt Smith, Sean Hutchinson and Jason Malumbi on the score sheet for Millwall. That was at QPR. Last time played each other at the Den was also a 2-1 win for QPR. You've got to go all the way back to 2017 for Millwall's last victory at the Den, and that was a 1-0 win back in around about this time 3 years ago, 1-0 win. QPR have actually lost the last 3 away matches, whereas Millwall have actually failed to win the last 8. QPR coming to conceding at least 2 goals in the last 4. So 2 teams in rugby form. QPR just 1 win and 6. Back-to-back defeats for Millwall, but prior to that they were unbeaten in 4, but they were all draws. Heading into this, though, the bookies odds 21-24. Millwall 12-5 is draw, 11-4 is your QPR. QPR coming to this in 18th for the win for them. They could actually go as high as 14th, which are Millwall. Of course, they come into this in 14th for the win for them. They could go as high as 11th in the bloody league on this one. I've gone with Millwall to get a point out of this one. 1-1 in the end. Next up, of course, we have Watford against Rotherham. Watford on a bit of a blip. They're just outside the playoffs at the moment, but they take on Rotherham United for the 18th now. The previous 17, 9 wins for Watford, 4 for Rotherham, and 4 bloody draws. The last 6 sees 4 for Watford, nothing for Rotherham, and 2 bloody draws. Last time out was at Vicarage Road back in 2015 in the Championship. In February, it was a 3-0 bloody win. Goals for Odin Igalo on the score sheet with a couple of goals there. Troy Deeney as well. Rotherham have actually lost their last 5 away matches heading into this, where Watford actually got a clean sheet in the last 4 against Rotherham in all competitions. And they've also won the last 3 against Rotherham in all competitions. So coming to this, just one defeat the past 6 for Watford. Of course, that was Cardiff the other day. Just 1 win and 5 though, and that was against Preston. Heading into this, on the flip side, Rotherham without a win in 5 as well, losing 4 and drawing 1. The last time victorious was the start of the month of November against Preston. Heading into this though, Watford 7-4 for the victory, 3-1 is your, 5-1 is your away win. Watford coming to this in 7th and win for them. They could actually go as high as 2nd in the bloody league. Rotherham coming to this in 20th and win for them. They could go nowhere. They need 4 points to get themselves moving, but unfortunately for them, they're going to lose this one anyway with a 2-0 win for Watford. Next up, of course, we have Huddersfield up against Sheffield Wednesday. Huddersfield doing okay at the moment. Form-wise, Sheffield Wednesday still grinding out the results. Heading into this, the play each other 60 times in the past, 24 wins for Huddersfield, 21 wins for Sheffield Wednesday, and 15 draws, of course. Heading into this, the last 6, 1 for Huddersfield, 3 for Sheffield Wednesday, and 2 bloody draws, including a draw last time around at Hillsborough back in July 2020. It was a 0-0 draw. Last time played each other at the John Smith's, Kirklees, whatever you want to call it. It was a 2-0 win for Sheffield Wednesday back in September 2019. Stephen Fletcher and Sam Winnell on the score sheet for Wednesday. Wednesday actually got a clean sheet in their last 8 away matches against Huddersfield in all competitions, and they're also undefeated in their last 11 matches against Huddersfield in all competitions. How is that possible? How is that possible if they're undefeated in their last 11 and Huddersfield have actually won once of the past 6? I see it. The Huddersfield's one and only victory was in a playoff, and it went to penalties, I believe, and it went in favour of Huddersfield. So that's how they've victorious. Anyway, Sheffield Wednesday actually failed to win the last 6 matches in the Championship. They come to this drawing 4 of the past 6 for them, whereas Huddersfield just 1 defeat the past 4, winning 2 of that 3 as well. On the flip side, coming into the bookies are 64 for Huddersfield, 23-10 is your draw, 90-10 is your away win. That is, of course, Sheffield Wednesday. Wednesday coming to this, of course, bottom of the pops, but a win for them. They could actually go as high as 22nd in the table. Of course, Huddersfield coming to this in 13th and a win for them. They could go as high as top 10, boys, and they'll get the top 10 with at least, in the question marks anyway, with a 3-1 win for Huddersfield. Next, of course, we have Swansea against Bournemouth. Of course, Swansea coming to this in 4th and a win for them. They could go the box with a big fat W, of course, up against Bournemouth, who also could go big fat W as well. So 2 teams locking horns to try going top of the table. Of course, take place on Tuesday night in Wales. Of course, last time at least we played each other 19 times in the past. 6 wins for Swansea, 9 for Bournemouth, and 4 bloody draws. Of course, last time out, or the last 6, should I say, 1 win, 4 wins for Bournemouth, nothing for Swansea, 2 bloody draws. Last time out was at the Vitality, was a 1-0 win for Bournemouth back in 2018. Last time they played each other in Wales was back in the Premier League in November. It was a 0-0 draw. Of course, heading into this, Bournemouth have actually got a clean sheet in the last 4 matches against Swansea in all competitions, also scoring 2 goals in the last 6 matches in the Championship coming into this, of course. 1 defeat the past 5 for Swansea, that was against Middlesbrough, was on the flip side. 1 defeat the past 6 for Bournemouth, that was against Preston in a 3-2 affair at home, of course. Heading into this one, tight one this one, taking place on Tuesday night as well. 15-8 for Swansea, 23-10 is your draw, 64 is your away win. That is Bournemouth. Bournemouth, of course, potentially go top of the pops, as could Swansea with a W on this one. Where's it going to go? Where's it going to go? I'm going to go with a 2-0 win for Swansea. That's right, to maybe, just maybe, put a bit of a extra bit of life in the old Championship table as we head into Wednesday's games. Of course, still got one left. Stoke against Cardiff, of course, heading each other. What kind of derby is this one? This one smells like a derby. It's somebody. Is it? Did Gary Rowett manage Stoke? I can't remember. He did. It is the Gary Rowett derby. I'm bloody good. It's up there in my brain, lads. Anyway, heading into this, of course, they played each other in the past. 44 times, 19 wins for Stoke, 15 wins for Cardiff, and 10 draws. The last 6, he's 2 for Stoke, 1 for Cardiff, and 3 bloody draws, including a draw back in Cardiff. Well, I don't know, back in 2014. But last time out at the Bet365 was a 2-0 win for Stoke back in February 2020. It was on the 22nd of the 2nd, 2020. Heading into this, Stoke have actually kept a clean sheet in the last 3 matches, and Cardiff have also kept a clean sheet in the last 3. Guess what? This one's going to be a stinking 0-0 draw. Heading into this, of course, 1 defeat the past 6 for Stoke, but 3 wins on the spin for Cardiff. They're back into it, of course, looking good and taking names. Heading into this, the bookies' odds on this one, I don't know, because it's Bet365. That's, of course, heading into this, of course, Cardiff are in 11th, and with them they could actually go as high as 9th in the table. Of course, Stoke in 5th, and mathematically they could go top of the box. Oh yeah! With a big fat W if they would be victorious. I'm going with a draw. Of course I am. Of course they've been even sort of Steven sort of form heading into this. I think I'm going to stick with that. Into Wednesday's games we go. North End against Preston, against Middlesbrough, of course, down at Deepdale. These two sides played each other in the past 100 times. 29 wins for Preston, 45 wins for Middlesbrough, and 25 draws. The last 6 sees 1 win for Nobbers, 3 for Middlesbrough, and 2 bloody draws. Last time out at Deepdale was back in January 2020, New Year's Day actually, 2-0 win for Butter. Of course, heading into this, look at the situation. Rudy Gusted on the score sheet, of course, extra of Ashley Fletcher as well. Coming into this Middlesbrough, defeated in 15 of the last 16 matches against Preston in all competitions, which Preston have actually conceded his 2 goals in the last 4. Coming into this, Middlesbrough 2 wins in the past 6, not really great. On the same could be said for Preston, 2 wins in the past 6 for them heading into this. So 2 teams looking for a result. Bookies odds on this one, 50-8 for Preston, 7-5 is your Middlesbrough, 23-10 is your draw. A win for Preston in 15th, they could go as high as 11th. But Borough coming to this in 10th, and with them they could go into the playoffs with a win and a bit of luck. I'm going with the Nobbers on this one with a 2-1 win at home. Of course, it is the game of the weekend, or the midweek. It's down at Thrashton Gate. Bristol City against Rovers. We'll have extensive coverage on this. There should be a match preview on the channel very, very soon. And also, we will have a watch along on Wednesday, and we might even have a guest on the show as well. We'll have to see if it all pans out that way. So again, coverage, watch along, review, reaction, all that kind of stuff. So if you want your coverage on that, check it out. Make sure to bang the subscribe as well. Bristol City against Rovers. Let's take a look at it. They played each other in the past 46 times. 19 wins for Bristol City, 16 for Rovers, and 11 draws. So in favour, grand scheme of things, in favour of Bristol City. The last 6. I don't know. I don't bloody know. What is the last 6 on these two? I've got it. It's in my head somewhere. The last 6 sees 3 wins for Bristol City, 2 wins for Rovers, and 1 draw. So, in the grand scheme of things, the recent form is going in favour of Bristol City. Last time out at Bristol City, it was a thrashing game. It was a 2-0 win for Rovers. In fact, it's back-to-back games, back-to-back wins for Rovers. They won the double bubble over them last time out. Rovers have actually scored at least 2 goals in the last 4 matches, and they're undefeated in the last 7. They come into this looking very, very good. I didn't realise that. We're unbeaten. We're winning 4 of the past 6, of course. Bristol City just win 1 win in the past 4 for them. That was against QPR on the road. Quick look at the situation out in the league. We have 21-10 for Bristol City, 30-10 for Rovers, who have a bit of a defensive crisis. 23-10 is your draw. That might go into consideration of where this will go. Bristol City coming to this in 8th, and win for them, they could go 2nd in the bloody league. Rovers coming to this in 9th. Win for them, they could go as high as 5th with a W. I believe in the Rovers, and I think they'll get the 2-1 win in the bloody end. Armstrong's still there. We've still got a bit of creativity in the team, and hopefully it will be just enough. Maybe we get Bristol City on a good day. Next, of course, we have Barnsley up against Wycombe, of course. 2 strugglers, you would think, that we're going to be in the struggle for the long scheme of things here. They played each other in the past 6 times, 2 wins for Barnsley, 1 win for Wycombe, and 3 bloody draws. The last match was, of course, down at Oakville back in League One in February 2019. 2-1 win for Barnsley back in the day. Corley Ward drove with a couple of goals there. Joe Jack comes in as well, but Adam El Abedid get himself sent off. Heading into this, Wycombe have actually failed to win the last 6 in the Championship. They come into this just 1 defeat in the past 5, though. That was against Stoke. The rest have been draws. On the flip side, 1 win in the past 4 for Barnsley, and that win was against Birmingham in the Battle of the Bees. Look at the situation out in the league and the bookies. 13-8 for Barnsley, 13-5, 13-8 on for Barnsley, 13-5 is yours, 90-4 is your Wycombe. Wycombe coming to this in 26th spot, but a win for them. They could actually go as high as 20th. Barnsley coming to this in 17th, and a win for them. They could go as high as 12th in the bloody league. Goodness, they win this one with a 2-0 win in the end. Next up, of course, we have Brentford up against Wayne Rooney FC, of course. Let's take a look at these ones. They played each other in the past 29 times. 11 wins for Brentford, 13 wins for Derby, and 5 bloody draws. Maybe that's the catalyst, the win last time out for Derby to get themselves a springbok into this season. Of course, the last 6 3 wins for Brentford, 2 for Derby, and 1 bloody draw. Last time out was at Pride Park back in July 2020. It was a 3-1 win for Brentford. Last night played each other at Brentford at the old stadium, of course, Griffin Park. It was a 3-0 win for Brentford. Member one, Scotia Watkins with a couple of goals as well. Heading into this, Brentford have actually scored at least 3 goals in the last 4 matches against Derby in all competitions, whereas Brentford are actually undefeated in the last 9 matches. Coming to this, we're unbeaten in 6, at the very least winning 3 of the past 4. On the flip side, Derby unbeaten in the last 3. Wayne Rooney FC grinding out the results. They could be one of the, well, I wouldn't say the form teams, but 1 win and 6 for them, unbeaten in the last 3, if you want to look at it that way. A bit of a positive angle on this one. Heading into this, the bookies odds 13-8 for Brentford, 14-5 is draw, 92 is your away win. That is Derby County. Derby County coming to this in 23rd spot, but a win for them. They could get out of the drop zone at the expense of Rotherham and Nottingham Forest. That will be a bit of a sweetener, of course. Brentford, though, coming to this in 6th and win for them. They could go 2nd in the table, of course. I've gone with a 3-0 for Brentford to bounce back, of course, with that stodgy result against Rovers. Next, of course, we have the leaders. Norwich up against the strugglers, Nottingham Forest in the battle of the ends, of course. Heading into this, the picture of the 69 times, 25 wins for Norwich, 27 wins for Forest, and 17 draws, of course. Last 6 sees 3 for Norwich, 1 for Forest, and 2 bloody draws, including a draw last time around at Carrow Road. It was a 3-3 goal bonanza back in Boxing Day in 2018. Goal scorers on that day. Who were they? I'll tell you who they were. Matthew Cash with a couple of goals there. Jack Robinson as well. And a 3-goal lead for Forest before Mario Vanicic and Ono Hernandez with a couple of goals for himself. Heading into this, Forest have actually scored in the last 5 matches and also lost the last 4 away. Heading into this, Norwich, 1 win in the past 3 for them. Not really great. On the flip side, without a win in 5, that is not Forest. Last time out, they were victorious. Was back in the start of November against Wycombe. Heading into this, bookies odds. What do we have it on the bookies odds? Norwich 10-7 on for the victory. 14-5 is draw. 4-1 is your Chris Hughton's boys. They come into this 21st spot. When a win for them, they could actually go as high as 20th. Whereas Norwich coming to this.
Top of the box, oh yeah.
And a win for them will maintain a top
League status.
Will they get it? I don't know, will they? Yes, they will. 2-0 win in the end. Norwich will remain top of the pops in my eyes. And wrap it up. It'll be Reading up against Birmingham City at the Matchday. These two sides played each other 35 times in the past. 13 wins apiece and 9 bloody draws. Last 6, of course, sees 2 for Reading, 3 for Reading, 2 for Reading, 3 for Birmingham, 1 bloody draw. Last time out at the Matchday was a 3-2 win for Birmingham back in the day, of course, in 2019. Around about this time last year, of course. It was on the 7th of flipping December. Michael Morrison with a big fat OG. Jeremy Baylor and Alvaro Gimenez on score sheet for Reading with Yaku Maite and Lucas Jones score sheet for Reading. Heading into this, Birmingham actually undefeated in the last 5 matches coming into this. Is that right? Birmingham undefeated in the last 5 matches. Heading into this, Birmingham are undefeated in their last 5 away matches. Heading into this, they're actually just one. They're just one defeat the past 5 in all competitions, both home and away. Whereas Reading coming to this unbeaten in the last 4, picking up 2 wins and 2 draws to boot. Look at the situation at the bookies. Even Stevens for Reading, 5-2 is your Birmingham, and 5-2 is also your draw. Birmingham coming to this in 16th for the win for them. They could go up to 12th. Of course, Reading coming to this in 3rd. Mathematically,
Go, top of the box, oh yeah.
that's with a big fat W. If they were to be victorious and everything else goes their way. I don't think it will, though. 1-1 draw in the end, which will have points split right down the bloody middle. And if I'm right, which I bloody well hope so, this is what the table will look like. Norwich lead the charge 2 points clear over Swansea. Then it's Reading, Brentford, Bournemouth and Watford make up your power 6. Rovers, though, within touching distance of the top 6, of course. It will put us 4 points off after the second, but realistically touching distance within the top 6. Stoke are also there. Forest, Wycombe and Derby going down on paper. Realistically, the Sheffield Wednesday still in that discussion as well. That's my picks for the Championship. Be sure to give the video some loving, smash the thumbs up, and also get your pickaroonies in nice and early so you're in there and you can get ready for match day number 18, of course, which we'll have on Wednesday or Thursday. So make sure you stop by for that. But that's it, my friends. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the thumbs up, smash the subscribe if you're new. Of course, Championship games on coverage on here, of course, especially Rovers as well, exclusive content with Rovers. And again, if you want to support the channel another way, check out the links down below. I'm on Twitter, Twitch and Facebook. Make sure you check those bad boys out. Could do with the numbers to go up on those, and could do with the numbers on Patreon as well. If you want to become the latest member of the Patreon gang, that's the best place to do it. Patreon.com/Roverseas. That's it, my friends. That's all I've got for you today. Match number 17 is just around the corner. Get your picks in nice and early. Come on, Rovers, let's do this. Let's make a belief out of ourselves, and let's make us push for those top 6 in the festive period. That would put my Christmas tree, that would be a Christmas gift under the tree for me if we were to get that bad boy sorted. But anyway, until then, though, that's it. I'll see you all very soon. Be safe.